So it's Friday, May 1st. It's the feast of St. Joseph the Worker. In 1870, Pope Pius IX declared St. Joseph the patron of the Universal Church. In 1955, Pope Pius XII declared St. Joseph the patron saint of workers, and that's what we celebrate today. But he's also the patron saint of a lot of other things. He's the patron saint of the dying, because it's presumed that he died in the presence of Jesus and Mary. He's the patron saint of families, because he was the head or the patriarch of the Holy Family, Jesus and Mary. He's patron saint of fathers because he's the foster father of Jesus. He is one of the patron saints of expectant mothers because he protected Mary during her pregnancy. He's also a patron saint of travelers and immigrants because, remember, he ushered Jesus and Mary, protected them as they went into Egypt to run from Herod, who wanted to kill the Christ child. He's also patron saint of craftsmen because he was a carpenter and probably a tekton, which is someone who was more of a craftsman than just someone who worked with rough wood. I've found from experience that when I invoke the intercession of St. Joseph, he tends to have pretty quick turnaround time, particularly for someone who works with old, rudimentary tools. St. Joseph tends to get the job done. He's got very, very powerful intercession. So I often ask St. Joseph to join me in prayer, to bring my petitions to the altar of God. I would also say if there's anyone who beside Jesus, who best epitomizes our school's motto of be a man, it would be St. Joseph. He's a man of few words. We don't see him say anything in Scripture, but he's humble. He's just. That's how Scripture describes him. He's courageous. He puts the needs of others ahead of his own. He takes care of his family. He uses his strength to protect those he loves. And most importantly, he always strives to do God's will. I also think it's very fitting that his feast day, May 1st, ushers in the month of May, which is dedicated to the Blessed Mother. So just as May 1st opens the door and ushers in the month of May, so St. Joseph, gentleman that he is, opens the door and ushers in his lady, his wife, the Blessed Mother. So we begin this month of May with the Feast of St. Joseph. And in the reading from the Feast of St. Joseph the Worker today, in his letter to the Colossians, St. Paul says, whatever you do, do from the heart, as for the Lord and not for men. That's a great way moving forward to dedicate our work to God. Whatever you do, do from the heart, as for the Lord and not for men. So I think that's a great quote for us. It reminds us of who St. Joseph was, but at the same time reminds us of how we should live our own lives. I woke up this morning and someone had stolen my mood ring, but I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Have a great weekend, guys. I'll see you Monday. Stay awesome. God bless.